Starting with the facts, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are yet to be interviewed by the officials about their relationship. However, Ben Affleck had given remarks on his current relationship. For many reasons, Affleck's reaction was exciting and overwhelming. To be precise, Affleck has passionate words about his headspace. "I'm very happy," he stated. "It is a very happy time in my life. Life is good. I love this movie, The Tender Bar, and The Last Duel, October 15th, which I am really proud of." This marks the first time Affleck has talked about his connection and performance since he reunited with Jennifer Lopez in May, while the rumors already sparked in April. The two initially dated in the early 2000s from 2001 to 2004. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were very clear on the point that they didn't want to hide their love for each other anymore. As a result, when they went out for dinner, they made it all obvious. Ben and Jennifer, who had been dating in the early 2000s, were initially rumored to be reunited after Jennifer Lopez broke her engagement with Alex Rodriguez. Days after, she was then witnessed on a dinner date with Affleck along with her children. The topic that we will be discussing today is Ben Affleck speaks about his relationship with Jennifer Lopez so far. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and don't miss any updates. Speaking of the romance the two shared on their official dinner date, one witness tells E! News that Ben was holding Jennifer's hand in one way at the dinner table and showed love to her. Jennifer and Ben seemed nice and very happy. Adding on, the eyewitness continued, they both looked very relaxed and friendly. Ben was well acquainted with Jennifer's circle of friends and had a good conversation. They had a great time together. In addition, Ben is making great efforts to keep up with each other's schedule, and just for sure, Jennifer is assured that Ben is doing his best. Jennifer loves that version of Ben, and that states the reason why they got back together. Now, discussing the initial start of their rekindled love, the two have been in contact every day since they traveled to Montana last month back. Before the romance rekindled with Ben, Jennifer and Alex announced in April that they would break their engagement and will have a friendly business relationship. Though the couple called off their engagement 17 plus years back due to media attention, nothing seemed to change for her. When the two called off their engagement, Ben Affleck stated that the media's attitude towards Jennifer Lopez was terrible and mean. Ben, who starred in the Hollywood Report's podcast show Hours Chatter, stated, "People's years' attitude towards her was terribly mean. Sexist and racist, what was written about her was sneaky and nasty. If you wrote it now, you would literally be dismissed." Adding on, he continued, "Now she's respected and touted for her work, her birth, and her achievements. I think it's harder to build a career like Jennifer Lopez and be like her today," he concluded. Jennifer Lopez, meanwhile, previously admitted that the pressure she received from the media when she was dating Ben was worse than that of her current fiancé, Alex Rodriguez. "It was terrible at the time, it was just crazy. Now I can at least show a little of who I am, but at that time I had to believe what was written in the tabloids. In many cases, it was a complete lie or about a third of the truth," Jennifer stated in 2018. But now, things have calmed down, but the media did not. As the two are now officially a couple, Jen and Ben have shut down many questions already that were questioning their relationship. The two officially announced their relationship through an Instagram post. It was Jennifer's birthday when Ben Affleck decided to ask her to be his girlfriend again and sealed the deal with a kiss. Speaking of another Jennifer who has been a part of Ben Affleck's life more than Jennifer Lopez did, is happy for her ex. Meanwhile, Jennifer Garner has decided to return to work this spring. Jennifer, who has 3 children with Ben Affleck, was on vacation to take some time out for her children, but now she feels it's her turn to build a career in the film world all over again. "I've been at home for quite some time. Now it's my turn to work and I'll be back this spring. Maybe I'll be working till autumn. Of course, I have some time to stay at home. If there was, I can't say because I haven't signed a contract yet, but I'm going back to work." Jennifer showed her willingness to return to work, but recently she hasn't felt any pressure to take on the role of the movie, so she plans to appear only when she likes the script. While Garner can be considered as the first person to know about Ben and Lopez's romance rekindled when Ben Affleck was seen visiting his ex-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez's house. While the two, who had been engaged once in 2002, but had been catastrophic the following year after the wedding was postponed in 2003, have continued to remain friends since then, and Ben's visit to Lopez's house was a little hint of their reunion. Ben left his car at Hotel Bel Air and took up a pickup car to Jennifer's house. A source said in the New York Post, page 6, the guards picked up Ben nearby, stayed at Jennifer's house for a few hours, and then Jennifer Lopez sent him back. However, it seems that the two are not in a romantic relationship, and he continues, they are friends and have always been in touch. Jennifer has just broken her engagement with Alex Rodriguez the other day, and Ben has been saying farewell to Ana de Armas earlier this year, so the relationship is drawing attention as they are single to each other, the source continued. Have you guys ever wondered what would be Ben Affleck's greatest regret? Well, but for Ben Affleck, the greatest regret of his life was the divorce from Jennifer Garner. Ben and Garner, who share 3 children, filed for divorce in June 2015, and then finally got divorced in October 2018, but at that time, Ben was in a difficult time of his life. He says he regrets it. "The biggest regret of my life is this divorce," Ben told the New York Times. Ben, who had a troubled relationship with Jennifer Garner while fighting alcoholism, said that although the addiction had subsided at the time of the marriage, he began to drown in alcohol again as the relationship between the couple worsened. Adding on, he continued, "There's no positive byproduct of shame. I'm just immersed in my hatred and the toxic and ugly feeling of low value. I've been drinking relatively normally for a long time, but after getting married, I started drinking a lot. This was in 2015 and 2016, and drinking made my marriage worse. However, regret is not healthy, and it is not healthy to regret just thinking about failure and reversion to addiction. I'm sure I made a mistake and now I regret it, but I have to get up from it, continue to learn from it, and try to move forward." Meanwhile, Ben entered a rehab facility in August 2018, 2 months before his divorce was completed, in an attempt to deal with addiction. He even posted about the same on his official Instagram after the treatment. He wrote, "I've been at an alcoholism treatment center for 40 days this week. I'll continue to treat myself as an outpatient. The fight against addiction will last a lifetime, and it's a difficult road. It's not its full-time face-to-face. I'm fighting for myself and for my family." Ben's a passionate worker himself and loves the ones who share the same interests as him. Ben praised Jennifer Lopez in an interview with InStyle magazine. He said, "I thought I was enthusiastic about my work, but I was overwhelmed by her daily efforts. Seriousness from my work, quiet dedication to achieving my goals, and further review and efforts. She's still the #1 hard worker I've met in the industry. She's a great talent, but she's made a tremendous effort to succeed. I'm glad to see her finally getting the reputation she deserves." Well, after all this, what are the couple up to? What are their future plans? Well, Jennifer Lopez is about to move to Los Angeles for a new start with Ben Affleck. Jennifer is preparing to withdraw from her rented home in Miami, according to a source, and is currently looking for a school for her 13-year-old twins to move to in California. A person familiar with the news, stated, "Jennifer will be traveling between LA and the Hamptons, New York this summer, but she's based in LA. I'm looking around the schools for my kids' fall and new school year." Adding on, the source concluded, "She's excited about her new start with Ben. It seems that we will soon start living together in LA. Moreover, Jennifer is convinced the two are destined to be together after reuniting with Ben Affleck." This was all about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section.